Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm John. I'm the founder here at EditorNinja. So today I want to talk with you about raising prices. So I've raised prices many times in service businesses. I've also seen a lot of agencies and service businesses raise their prices. And by the way, in this video, I'm going to be using service business and agency interchangeably. I've worked primarily over the last lot of years on with digital agencies, so SEO agencies, content agencies, that sort of thing. But this advice can also apply to even in-person, service businesses, whether we're talking HVAC or I don't know, concrete cleaning. Instagram loves to show me concrete cleaning video reels these days. So what I see is a lot of service businesses, a lot of agencies, when they start off, they price themselves low. They price themselves too low in order to just get market share because there's this fear when you're first starting out, hey, we're just not going to be able to get any business. And so what we need to do here, we need to price ourselves low. So it's kind of a no brainer. And it's a super easy sale. But what happens is you then end up working a ton. You don't have much margin in your business and people don't really value it that much. And it's fine because you have a business, you have revenue, stuff's coming in, but you're working really friggin' hard for this. But what most service businesses and agencies forget to do, or fail to do, or are too scared to do, is raise their prices eventually. And, when you raise your prices, things change. I've raised prices on multiple service businesses now. I've built 3 6-figure service businesses and agencies, productized services, consulting companies over the last 8 years. So I've done this a few times and I've raised prices and, things change when you raise prices. And often the fear of raising prices comes down to fear of two things. Number one is the unknown. What might change that I don't know will change? And the second one is having conversations with existing customers and clients. The second one is more easily solvable. Basically, you solve it by not raising prices on existing customers, at least for a while, and then giving them a reason to pay more because of additional services and additional value that you are offering. So, for example, if you only have a service fulfillment offer, would they pay you for consulting calls as well? If you're a landscaping business, would they also pay you for lawn mowing, and you can kind of bundle it all in together and they end up paying more for landscaping than they were before, but they're also getting lawn mowing. And so you're getting that and you're kind of making more per customer. It's not really, costing you that much more. Maybe it's an additional guy out and you're running a mower while you're also doing the landscaping, whatever. So the thing is like so now you know about raising prices and or how to overcome those conversations with existing customers by avoiding them largely. But the unknowns can be learned as well. And so I want to tell you basically six things that change when you raise your prices. So these are the unknowns that you don't know now, but you will after this video. So, number 1, the unknown is that your design, your website design, your messaging needs to be better and cleaner than it was before. And why is that? It's because prospects with more dollars require more trust to even contact you. So you're going to need, better website design. You're going to need clearer who you are, what you do, who you do it for, what you cost. You're going to need testimonials. If you're an in-person business or even a digital business, you're going to need more reviews, around the internet. You're going to need testimonials on your website, all of that sort of thing. Number 2, your sales process is gonna need to be tighter. You're gonna need a format for sales calls, you're gonna need a way for people to book sales calls with you, and you're gonna need a sales deck that's easy to update so you can give demos and update as you receive feedback and as you receive questions. "Oh, this wasn't clear, that wasn't clear." And over time, with a couple of months of tweaking and, a decent volume of sales calls, you're gonna end up with a pretty friggin' awesome and pretty friggin' effective sales deck. Then you can go and get it designed beautifully. Number 3, and this is one that a lot of people are afraid of, and it actually comes to fruition, but I don't want you to freak out about it. The reality is that when you raise your prices, you are likely going to have fewer sales demos. If you used to send 10 sales calls a month, expect 5. If you used to 10 sales calls a week, expect, but don't freak out over this because we get to number 4. What I almost always see, I've never not seen this, is you're going to close more deals as a percentage. So if you're used to 10 sales calls a month and you're closing 20% of them, right? You're closing 2 new customers a month or a week or however often those 10 calls are, you're probably going to close about 50% now. This is very, very common. I've even seen people, I've done this as well, is I close the same number of deals with half the number of sales calls. I've even had half the sales calls and closed more deals because my messaging is better, my sales deck is better, all of that. So that can absolutely happen. Number 5 is that your customers and clients are gonna be happier and they're gonna stick around longer. So, when you're building a service business, obviously the way agencies and service businesses make money is recurring work. So you can either get the same people to buy more of the same thing more often, or you can get more people to buy, to buy the thing. But keeping customers, or this makes takes your acquisition costs way lower, et cetera. So keeping customers around, you're not going to have to, find new addresses and drive new distances or whatever, or like there's a lot of things that you don't have to do when you keep people around, and you keep them around by making them happier. So people who are paying you more, they value the service more. So if you're any good at what you do, they're going to stick around longer because they're valuing the results more and they're not expecting them straight away. You may have heard the old adage of, $500 a month client saying, "All right, but I really need this to work, man. I really need this to like give me these results. I'm counting on you." And the $50,000 a month client is going to say, "Wire sent, thanks." It's just that they're way happier. It's way easier. Also, those bigger customers are willing to sign longer contracts because they know what they're buying. It's not like a try it out sort of mentality. They actually value it and they actually know what the heck they're doing. So, and then also because they're happier, and this is like point 5B, is they're going to refer others to you more often if you ask them to. So you have to have an ask, or ask them to do something like, "Hey, would you mind leaving me a G2, review," or something like that. And then number 6 is your customers and your clients are going to give you more feedback, which is going to help you improve your service even more. And thus you're going to be able to charge future customers even more because your service is now more valuable. So to kind of wrap all of this up, raising prices is basically only a win for all service businesses and agencies. I've never seen, and this is another common fear, is agencies fear raising their prices so much that they're no longer going to sign any customers. I've never seen that happen. If you have that fear, it's not going to happen for you because you're not going to go crazy with your pricing. You're not going to go 5x your pricing overnight. Maybe you get there. At my business Credo, we actually 17 pricing over the years. In 2017, our base package was $100 a month. In 2020, it was $1,700 a month. 17 pricing from a low base, but still we 17 extra pricing, and we still had people beating down our door, more demand than we could even fulfill. So I've never seen an agency raise prices so much that they stop getting clients and customers. What may happen though is you do get fewer customers, but those fewer customers paying you more balances out, that additional. Or the other thing that happens is the same customers that you're currently talking to on your lower value offer, on your lower like cost offer, they may stop buying. But the new customers are going to look a bit different, but they're going to buy and they're going to be happier, et cetera. All the things I just talked about. So, at the end of the day, it's only good things because you end up making more revenue and more profit because it's easier to deliver when you're charging more basically for the same value that you're bringing. It takes less time and effort to fulfill it, right? So you're working less. Your customers value the service more and they give you more feedback. So you're able to build an even better service over time and charge more. And at the end of the day, everybody's happier. So this is why you should be raising your prices. And this is what changes when you do raise your prices. So now that you've watched this video, now that you've listened to this podcast, wherever it is that you found this, by the way, if you're on the podcast, go to youtube.com/editorninja, and that's where I posted this. If you're on YouTube, go to my podcast. It's called John Doherty Teaches You Entrepreneurship. It's on all the podcast platforms. Now that you've listened to this or watched this, now you know what happens when you raise prices, and you also know how to go about it. So I hope this video helps you out. I'm John Doherty. I'm the founder at EditorNinja. We do content editing services for mainly content marketing agencies, SEO agencies, as well as in-house SEO teams and content teams, marketing teams, comms teams. We've got them all. So if that's you and you're looking to outsource your editing because it's taking you way too much time, or you've been doing it in the past, but it's no longer worth your time, come talk to us. Editorninja.com/demo. Get you on a call with me. So appreciate your time. Appreciate you listening. Talk to y'all next time.